Now we're going to start the show at the racetrack in Chennai, where Overdrive's reporter and incidentally Formula One driver Karun will put some of India's best drivers' cars through their paces. So take it away, Casey.
When Overdrive invited me to test the latest sports coupes in the Indian market, I had only one condition. It's got to be here at the Madras Motorsports Race Circuit, a place where I learned how to drive for the first time as a 9-year-old, back then in the Maruti 800. Today we've got something a bit more exotic. We've got the BMW Z4, the Audi TT and the Mercedes SLK. This should be a great laugh. I think I should have a little bit of fun with these cars. I was starting with the most recent launch and working my way backwards. So first up is the new BMW Z4. Launched in October last year with a 3-litre twin-turbo inline-6 engine, mated to a 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox with flappy paddles. It's got my favourite rear-wheel drive. It promises to be a real scorcher, and it's easily the best-looking of the trio. BMW Z4. The engine definitely feels the most grunty of the three. The power, the sheer delivery of grunt, very drivable engine, very, very smooth through the torque curve. The engine itself just feels quick. One thing I have to say about the BMW is I got in it and it confused the hell out of me because the flappy paddle box goes pull to go up and push to go down, which is completely bizarre. I've never experienced anything like it. I kept going up the gears instead of going down, which really confused me. I have to say the chassis in this car feels a bit odd. There's a lot of body roll, a lot more than the other two cars, and a lot more than I actually imagined. It feels like a lot of weight on the front axle with the engine on the front, and you know it really does take a lot to get the weight of the front end really move into the apex of the corner. A bit lethargic on the front end, I have to say. The best part about the BMW is once you turn the ESP off, you can do this. And you can do it all day. When I did back off, cool the tires and then set off for a lap time, Z4 set the standard with a time of 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Would the other Germans manage to keep up? Next up was the Audi TT. 3.2-litre direct fuel injection, normally aspirated V6 mated to a dual-clutch gearbox and 4-wheel drive. Car looks rather capable, beautiful and fast. Let's see how it goes. The Audi TT, first thing that really I have to say is the sound. Just listen to this. Just a fantastic growl, real raw, pure growl from the engine as it punches its way out of the corner. The 4-wheel drive that the Quattro offers really helps the handling of the car. Very stable. Sports suspension mode allows you to really stabilize the car in terms of roll. You don't really have the body roll that you have in the Mercedes especially. The flappy paddle gearbox in this car is by far the best out of the three. The twin clutch system works brilliantly well. Flick the paddle, does the downshift, very aggressive on the down change, big blip, and away you go. In terms of handling, the Audi TT does suffer with a lot of mid-corner understeer. As you turn in, the front of the car just struggles to bite, and you wait, now you can get on the power. You really struggle to get the nose of the car into the apex as well as you can with the Mercedes, for example. On the hot lap, the TT tried hard, but couldn't quite match up to the quicker BMW Z4. It finished a mere 3 seconds behind with a lap time of 2 minutes and 7 seconds. Will the last of the German Trinity be in the same ballpark? The SLK has been around for a few years now, and I remember this was one of the first cars with a folding hardtop. So a familiar car and being a Mercedes, it's gonna be pretty quick. The Mercedes-Benz SLK. Now I have to say first off, we're not really having a straight fight here because the car we have today is the 1.8-litre, which is the engine out of the C200 C-Class Merc. Now, while the car does not have as much grunt, the one we have today at least, I have to say it really makes up for it in handling. The balance is very good, front end responds very, very well, goes into the apex really nicely, but there is a lot more body roll than we see in the Audi TT. So somewhere between the Z4 and the TT I think in handling, but I would still say the Audi TT has got to be the most stable out of the three. Mercedes have obviously gone for the safety first option, which means hooligans like me can't turn off the ESP completely and play around like we did with the BMW. The gearbox as well has gone for a very safe option. As soon as you flick the paddle, it doesn't do that instant downshift that the Audi could, even at higher revs. Mercedes waits and waits till you start to decelerate and then does the downshift at a very safe RPM in order to make sure that the engine is really not going to suffer at all.
Despite giving away a lot of power, the Merc still managed a lap time of 2 minutes and 12 seconds, thanks to the fantastically balanced chassis and nimble handling. But apparently, my job was not quite done yet.
While the original idea was to test about super coupes, there's one performance car which is making a lot of noise here in the Indian market. So the guys at Overdrive decided I got to check it out on track today. So here we have it, the Mitsubishi Evo 10. Let's see what this can do on a circuit. The latest performance car to hit the Indian market. It just has so much grip. You can do anything with it you want, and it just comes back. It's just incredible the amount of grip this car has. The gearbox is such a performance car gearbox. Instantly responses, big blips on the down change. You can literally drive it exactly as you would a race car. You could literally put a roll cage in this and start racing today if you wanted to. In terms of chassis handling, as I said, it's got so much grip, it's ridiculous. I can put the car wherever I want and it just goes. Got a little bit of understeer in it still, so clearly Mitsubishi have decided that they want to make the car safe for people to drive. An understeering balanced car is always going to be safer than an oversteering one for people to drive on the road. But I'm having so much fun with this thing. Tell you what, I don't think I'm going to stop.
As I expected, the lack of grunt cost the Evo on lap time, but it still managed a 2 minute and 7 second lap, the same as the Audi TT. If lap times could be measured in fun, this was the winner by a long, long way though.
As the sun sets today on the test of the 3 Super Coupes and the Mitsubishi Evo 10 that we've had, it's been a fun day for me driving road cars instead of Formula 1 cars for a change. The Audi TT, it's got to be my pick of the bunch. It's a bit of jack of all trades. Great sound, great power, great looks, and fantastic handling as well once you got the sports suspension on. Not convinced about the handling of these two cars. A little bit too much body roll for me. Stability on that really is the key to making it my pick of the bunch here. The Evo 10, not a sports coupe, we know, but we had to throw that in there as a performance car. I have to say, the power that came out of that engine, not quite a match for the looks of it. I was a little bit disappointed with the amount of power that it's got. But I have to say, fantastic amount of grip, great fun to drive on a circuit. If you were going to do a track day, that'll be the car to have.